Welcome to our U.S. briefing show. Today, we've got some hot topics to cover. First up, as Congress comes back from their August break, there's a real buzz about a possible government shutdown. Leaders are under pressure to settle funding disputes, or else federal services might hit the pause button. It's a tense political standoff that could impact many Americans. Next, if you're looking for some good deals, Labor Day weekend is the perfect time. Retailers are offering up to 50% off on tech from Apple, Amazon, and Sonos. Plus, we're giving you a sneak peek into upcoming sales events, including Apple's September launch and Amazon's October blowout. Happy shopping! Finally, the situation in the Middle East is intensifying. Israel has targeted Hamas spokesperson in Gaza amid ongoing military operations. Humanitarian efforts are also ramping up, with international figures sailing to break Gaza's blockade, but the crisis continues to worsen with shortages and regional tensions. Please continue to stay tuned for more details. The Washington Post reports that the return of Congress after a month-long August recess has cast a shadow over the possibility of a looming government shutdown. The political climate is tense, with debates intensifying over budget negotiations and funding priorities, raising fears that the government could shut down if a consensus isn't reached. As lawmakers grapple with partisan disagreements, the threat of a shutdown underscores the fragility of U.S. political stability, with the potential to disrupt essential services and impact millions of Americans. Deutsche Welle vividly details the ongoing conflict and escalating violence in Gaza, where Israel has targeted Hamas leaders, including the spokesperson Abu Obaida, in a relentless military campaign. The Israeli defense minister announced Obaida's death in an airstrike amid a broader offensive that has resulted in over 63,000 casualties, mostly civilians. The story also highlights Israel's strikes on Hezbollah infrastructure in Lebanon and the international efforts, including Greta Thunberg's aid flotilla, to break the blockade and deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza. The situation is dire, with a famine declared in parts of Gaza, and international activists risking their safety to challenge the blockade and spotlight the humanitarian crisis. Yahoo US covers the international response and regional tensions, focusing on the complex geopolitics surrounding the Israel-Gaza conflict. The report discusses the Israeli strikes that have targeted not only Hamas but also Hezbollah in Lebanon, reflecting the broader regional instability. Meanwhile, the US and European nations are divided over how to respond, with some EU countries pushing for sanctions on Israel due to the humanitarian crisis, while others oppose such measures. The diplomatic landscape is further complicated by the US decision to bar Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas from attending the UN General Assembly, sparking protests from European allies and raising concerns about the impact on Palestinian statehood recognition. The narrative underscores a world on edge, balancing military escalation, diplomatic tensions, and urgent humanitarian needs amid a deeply fractured Middle East. The Associated Press vividly depicts Mexico's historic transition as the first elected Supreme Court faces a formidable challenge to its independence amidst a turbulent political landscape. President-elect Claudia Sheinbaum and outgoing President Andrés Manuel López Obrador attended a momentous anniversary event in Mexico City, symbolizing the country's ongoing judicial reforms aimed at democratizing the judiciary. The newly elected court, led by Hugo Aguilar, stands at a crossroads, with its legitimacy tested by recent protests and legislative debates over reforms that threaten to reshape judicial authority. The court's ability to maintain independence amid political pressures and reforms designed to make judges stand for election is crucial for Mexico's democratic development, highlighting a pivotal moment where the judiciary's future could significantly influence the nation's governance. The Associated Press also explores the burgeoning influence of AI in the music industry, illustrating a transformative shift through stories like that of Oliver McCann, a British artist who, despite lacking traditional musical talent, leverages AI chatbots to produce diverse genres of music. McCann's success, including a contract with Hollywood Media after his AI-generated track amassed 3 million streams, underscores how AI tools like Suno and Udio democratize music creation, challenging conventional notions of artistry. This wave of synthetic music, exemplified by the viral AI-created group Velvet Sundown, sparks intense debate about the future of music, copyright issues, and industry disruption. While some artists embrace AI's potential to foster creativity and reduce production costs, others voice concerns over the devaluation of human artistry and the exploitation of existing works to train AI models, leading to ongoing legal battles and calls for clearer regulations. The report highlights the broader implications of AI's rise, emphasizing its capacity to democratize hitmaking and revolutionize the music production pipeline. Experts like Josh Antonuccio and Lucas Rams acknowledge AI's power to significantly lower barriers to entry, enabling anyone with a computer to craft music that could potentially top charts. However, the industry remains in a Wild West phase, grappling with unresolved copyright issues and ethical concerns akin to the early days of digital piracy. Despite these challenges, many creators and industry insiders believe AI will become an integral part of mainstream music, offering unprecedented opportunities for innovation. As AI music continues to evolve, it promises to reshape the landscape, turning what was once impossible into accessible reality, with the potential to redefine artistic expression and industry standards in the years to come. The South China Morning Post highlights Norway's strategic decision to partner with the UK in acquiring new frigates, marking the nation's most significant military investment to date. With a budget of around £10 billion, Norway aims to bolster its maritime defenses, particularly to monitor Russian submarines operating from the Kola Peninsula near the Arctic border. The deal, which will ultimately include a fleet of 13 anti-submarine frigates, 8 from Britain and at least 5 from Norway, reflects Norway's critical role as NATO's eyes in the North Atlantic. This alliance not only enhances regional security but also supports British shipbuilding industries and job creation, especially in Scotland. The move underscores Norway's heightened alertness amid increased Russian activity and the broader geopolitical tensions in the Arctic, with Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store emphasizing the importance of defending sovereignty through the substantial military upgrade. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post reports on escalating U.S.-Taiwan defense cooperation amidst rising regional tensions. U.S. Senator Roger Wicker's remarks about joint weapons production with Taiwan, including drones like the MQM-178 Firejet derivative, signal a deepening military partnership aimed at enhancing Taiwan's self-defense capabilities. This move, viewed by mainland China as provocative, intensifies fears of regional instability and Beijing's opposition to any formal foreign military engagement with Taiwan. Taiwanese officials seek to leverage U.S. technology to overcome delays in weapon deliveries and expand their defense industry, exemplified by collaborations with American firms such as Kratos and Anduril Industries. However, analysts warn that Taiwan's limited manufacturing capacity and the high costs of American drones could hinder these ambitions, potentially perpetuating dependence on U.S. arms manufacturers and complicating regional security dynamics amid China's stern warnings against any moves that challenge its sovereignty. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Scrolling through the headlines, another crazy day. 6 degrees of stories, connecting in their way. From the weather to the sports, and everything we see. People making news on TV screens for free. 6 degree world, where the news comes in a whirl. Every story ties together like a ribbon in a twirl. Sit back and watch it all, big and small they call. From city lights to countryside, we're connected after all. A laugh, a cry, a sigh, news is flying high. From city lights to countryside, we're connected after all.